What's up, Nebutons? It's Jess, and this is our very first craft video on this channel. I'm so excited, and it's October, and you know what that means. That means Halloween. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do as many Halloween videos as I really would have liked to do, just because the actual grant money for this channel isn't in yet, and it probably won't be until the end of the month. And I'm not made of money. So, there's going to be a few videos this month, but they're all going to be really budget friendly because I'm on disability and nobody ever got super rich being on disability. So, I want to just teach you guys some really fun, cool, easy, cheap decorations you can make for Halloween, and some of them can cross over into just like your standard fall decorations. So some of them are not going to be, creepy, some of them are. And our very first craft is going to be this little spooky ghost. Woo! Super easy, fun, something anybody can do, and makes a great little decoration inside, outside. These would be great for decorating a hospital room if you unfortunately have to be locked up during the spoopy season. So I'm just going to show you how to make this fun little guy, and I'm so excited. Let's do it. Okay, everybody, so to make your super creepy ghosties, you're just going to need a few things. You're going to need a styrofoam ball, which you can find at any craft store for not a whole lot of money. I think I got two this size for about $3. You're also going to need some white pipe cleaners, also just a few dollars at any craft store. They call these fuzzy sticks. I don't know, maybe because they're in the kids section and, smoking is bad. That's fine. And then you're also going to need some cheesecloth, which you can typically find at craft stores. You could also find it at most grocery stores in the same section where they have like cookware or canning supplies or that kind of thing. And I got 2 yards for, I think, about $4. So not a lot of money. And you're also going to need some kind of glue. It doesn't really matter what kind it is. You could use Elmer's, you could use super glue, whatever. I'm going to just be using hot glue because it sets really fast. So it'll just make filming this video a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole in my foam ball. Let me get some kind of poking implement. Here, let's just use the end of a paintbrush. That's fine. And I'm just gonna stab a hole in there and kind of, swirl that brush around in there to just make a little hole like that. You probably can't see super well, but you don't need to. And then for now, I'm just gonna set this hole up. You want the hole facing up, just on top of this jar. Just makes it so your ball can't roll away. And now I'm going to get out a pipe cleaner. Maybe, if I can get in there. Come on, Ian. Come on. Okay. Get my pipe cleaner out, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Like so. I'm going to squish that middle part so it's real tight. And then I'm just going to, first I'm going to test out to see if my hot glue is hot. Yep, my hot glue gun is ready to go. I'm going to just put a good sized dollop of hot glue right at the end of that pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to poke that into the hole that I made. And then I'm going to squirt just a little more hot glue right around there just to make sure that it's on there real good. And I'm going to set that aside to let that glue set while I get ready with my cheesecloth. So let's open this somewhere. Open. Okay. So there's usually just comes like rolled around a little piece of cardboard like that. And since I have 2 of these foam balls, I'm going to cut my cheesecloth in half so that I can do 2 ghosts. So unroll that and then fold it in half, like so, and find some scissors. Okay, got some scissors, so I'm just going to, right along where I folded it in half, just cut it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can look raggedy, that's fine. It's probably going to be easier to cut if I lay it down, maybe? I don't know. We're just going along here. Okay. I'm just gonna set 1/2 aside and unfold this the rest of the way. So it can be a little tricky to find where it starts. Okay, there we go. There we go. And unfolded cheesecloth. Perfect. There really is a lot to this. Here we go. Like that. Great. Unfolded cheesecloth ready for action. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this over my lap for a second. I'm going to get my ball with my pipe cleaners and kind of on the opposite side of where the pipe cleaners are, I'm just going to put another, just a small dollop of glue and then smoosh that right onto the cheesecloth. So now I've got this situation happening. And this just makes sure that my cheesecloth is stuck to my foam ball. And you can kind of take, this is the top of the little thing from the pipe cleaners, and I'm just going to squish down that hot glue a little bit. Don't touch it because it's hot. So I'm just going to squish that down a little bit. Perfect. Great. So now we have this happening. And my cheesecloth is stuck, so I'm going to flip it back over so the pipe cleaners are sticking up. And now the pipe cleaner is going to be your little guy's arms here. So let me turn this so hopefully you can see a little bit better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and fold him out like so. So we have our little ghosty arms. Flip him back over one more time. Like that. And just kind of arrange your cheesecloth so it looks how you want it to. You can have his arms kind of going up a little bit. If you want to hot glue the cheesecloth to your arms, go ahead and do that. Another trick you can do to kind of bring your cheesecloth in a little bit is tie it with some string, which I forgot to grab, so let me do that. Okay, so I just have a piece of white string that I'm going to tie around here, this neck area. I'm just going to set it in my lap again. Sorry you won't be able to see this, but I'm sure you'll get the idea. I'm working on my phone here. I don't have a great setup yet, but that's okay. It's coming. I just really wanted to do some Halloween videos for you guys because I love Halloween. So I tied that around his neck, and I'm just going to cut off the excess. So I'm going to leave that. So now Our little guy has a neck. His arms are poking out, I think, more than I care for. So I am going to put a little dab of hot glue on his arms so they don't poke through the cheesecloth as much. So just on the little end of his little arm here, just a dollop. Don't go crazy. And flip them over. Just let that set for just a second. Ooh, I got some glue on my fingernail. Can you see that? Probably not. Not great. That's okay. It'll just scrape right off. No big deal. Okay. So there we have one of his arms glued. So that just will keep the pipe cleaner from poking out a whole bunch. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side real quick. Great. Now both of his arms are stuck, and you can play with these. Have him kind of reaching forward a little bit. Super spoopy. And then look at the bottom. Like, it just looks all raggedy. It's great. And I think, like, he looks fine right now. But I think if you squish all this up and get it real wrinkly, and you could even leave him, like, wadded up in a box or a bag or something. Leave him just wadded up like this for a couple of days. Then the cheesecloth will get even more. It'll get all wrinkly. See, even already just with that, he's already a little more wrinkly and rough looking. And I think he just looks a little spookier that way. And this is just one layer of cheesecloth over Mr. Ghost. If you wanted it to be a little bit more opaque, not quite so sheer, you could definitely do 2 or more layers. Or if you wanted it to just be totally opaque, you could do like, you could use like an old bed sheet or an old t-shirt and just cut it up and do that instead. But I really like, I think ghosts are supposed to be see-through, so I really like the look of the cheesecloth ghosty. Just like this. And you could, of course, also put some eyes on him. If you want to do eyes, though, I would highly recommend not using a Sharpie because the ink is just going to bleed into the weave of the cheesecloth and spread out. I've tried doing that and it just doesn't look very good, I don't think. So you could put googly eyes, or you could paint them on with some like black paint or something. And you could also give him a spoopy little mouth too. But he's fine just like this if you want to do that. The next ghost I'm going to show you, very similar idea, but we're going to make him even spookier looking. And what you can do, I think these look great like hanging in a tree, like in your front lawn, or if you live in a super wet area like I do, like it rains a ton in the fall here and you don't want him to get soaked, put him like up under the eave of your house. He's probably still going to get a little wet there, but not as bad. Or you could even like hang him on the inside, like in your windows and stuff. You could put this guy just about anywhere and he'll look great. I've also, when I had a Halloween party once, I made a bunch of these and I hung them like all down the hallway, just like all over the house from the ceiling, and they were awesome. So yeah, this is just a fun, cheap, easy thing. You can get all different sizes of these styrofoam balls too, so if you wanted to make little teeny tiny ones, just use a smaller piece of cheesecloth. If you wanted to make really big ones, you could use the whole piece of cheesecloth. However you want to go about it. These are super fun, really cheap, and an easy project for just about anybody to do. So I will see you in the next one with an even spookier little ghost. Ooh. Ooh. Don't forget to subscribe to Cystic Arts and leave a comment down below with other things you want to see, whether it's Halloween related or not, because unfortunately it's not Halloween all year. But we've got lots of holidays coming up, so there's going to be lots more holiday crafts to do. I'm super excited, and I will see you guys later. Bye!